but that's coming up.
Now, of course, the whole sister-brother shocker that came last week. The people from the books, they kind of knew that was coming, but talk about crafting that, because that's even something, I want to know if the actors knew all along, or talk about that, actors and the producers.
I think one of the goals is to weave in and out of the themes of the book and keep the audience guessing. And it's also fun, so everybody should know that, if I'm not mistaken, you guys, that's the first time you guys have seen a lot of this stuff. Which is super cool because you get to share with the cast themselves the experience where Ed has landed and the editors land, and the manner in which we do everything we can to respect the books and what Cassie put into play for all of us to enjoy, but continue to tell original and hopefully inspired stories that make us all feel entertained and respected.
Well, for Dom and Kat, can you talk about shooting that scene when the revelation comes out? That's a heavy scene, and you guys played it great, but talk about the work that went into it.
That scene was kind of at the end of a relatively dark day anyway, with we had the Renwicks fight outside as well, and we had all of these revelations that were coming on, and I think the true testament to the power of a scene like that comes with, first of all, from the writing, and then the crew that we have around us, and then the cast that we have around us. I think it's very important to mention how amazing Alan is as well, because that scene doesn't exist without him. So I think that's where the power of that scene came from. We were bouncing off of each other, and that energy just kind of swelled. That's where that scene came from.
Absolutely, and it's really important to us to continue what we've been doing with this series and having a nice balance between paying homage to the books and the moments that people love and those plot twists, but doing them in a way that is new and different and through a new perspective. And with the team that we have, it's easy to make it fun and amazing.
Well, for Ed and McGee, I want to know, with the social media buzz around the show, I know you guys, I think we're probably done shooting before the show actually premieres, is that right?
Yeah.
But what are you paying attention to now as you're crafting season 2 and just hearing what people are responding to and what they're just freaking out about?
Yes, Ed.
Let us know it.
A lot of spoilers. No, we have a really, really action-packed season planned for number 2. A lot of things that you'll love from the books may happen, but may happen in a completely different way than in the books. So our whole goal was to say, there's all these fans of Cassandra's work. They know what happens in the books, and our job is to surprise them as well.
There's been a lot of tension between Clary and Alec kind of from the start, but also Alec and Jace, there's been a lot of tension. Can you guys kind of talk about where we see that going moving forward? Because everybody's kind of at this big emotional point. Are they going to kind of work things out? Can you talk about that a little bit?
What are you trying to get to?
Yeah. It's really pushing for them spoilers right now.
I think that...
Oh no, okay, you go. No, please, you go.
Go.
See, that's where we're at right now. But I think that Jace and Alec can't really ever break up permanently. That's crazy thought.
Very similar to our relationship.
Yeah, so that love is there no matter what. So we'll see what happens, but I doubt I don't remember really.
It's important to recognize that those kind of emotions and that kind of level of animosity doesn't come without passion of some sort, and the love that Alec and Jace feel for each other is so complete and so kind of unending that when it does reach kind of a head and a point where they physically come to blows, that's because they love each other and they care about each other. And I think it's important to remember that. So regardless of the trials and tribulations that these characters go through, without passion there is nothing. So it's because they care about each other.
Talk about shooting the scene where you guys didn't come to blows, because you've been so chummy for so long. Was it fun? Was it scary?
I mean, yeah, it's fun until 6'4" someone punches someone else.
So there's a rumor that he's been spreading that I punched him in the ear during that scene.
In the ear?
In the ear. I didn't do that. But it was a lot of fun preparing for it.
It was a lot of fun preparing for it. Yeah, I think the big physical scenes are kind of one of my favourite parts of the show. And they tie in so well to the storyline as well that it's a lot of fun and quite cathartic actually to get out there and really kind of smack away at man and give the chance.
And they absolutely killed it, right?
You guys have all had chances to kind of have some of those big action scenes, whether it's with each other or with some villains and bad guys. Talk about the work that goes into those, because I'm guessing it's not just boom, go do it. You guys do a lot of rehearsal. Talk about that.
I have to practice getting kidnapped. It's quite a bit. It's quite a bit. The training for that is just so intense. I'm done now.
Emeraude and I extensively run on treadmills and heels to prepare for
We do the Beyonce, what Beyonce does. She runs in heels in the treadmill.
Beyonce runs with you.
Yeah, she does.
You know, the cast doesn't ask me for more love scenes or more dramatic scenes. They say, can we have more fights, please?
Yeah.
Yes, more fights. I want more fights.
Me too.
Yeah, for season 2.
Yeah.
Good. Make a note, that'd be lovely.
I just like more scenes.
Well, Matt, I want to ask you, this next episode, there's a big wedding that's going to happen. We don't know the outcome yet, but talk about just what Alec is going through, because he's really torn for a lot of different reasons. But can you talk about playing some of those scenes and just, how torn he is inside and what we see?
I think that Alec, at this point, is not just like lying to himself. He's actually actively building up walls to prevent him from feeling what is actually going on inside of him. And I think with all the different distractions and the various issues brought on by some of these people, he has a lot to think about. He has a lot to think about. But I would remember that Alec is, he makes the right decisions in the end.
Does he? You think so? I don't know.
Sometimes.
You have to see.
Like right at the end, but
It depends on the person.
to go through the whole thing first.
Well, Emeraude, how supportive is she of Alex? Is Izzy supportive of Alec at where he's at right now?
Well, I mean, there's so much going on that it comes to a point where Izzy just has to support him and be there for him, because in the past few episodes, Alec has been there for her, so it's time for her to just let him do what he wants to do.
Well, from this clip we saw, we see that you're the one that invited Magnus to
Oh, I did. I mean, Izzy has tricks up her sleeve. Don't worry, you guys are gonna be happy.
Well, we don't know if that clip is even real.
It's not.
I mean,
It's not real.
we have alternate universes, there's portals, people are hopping all over the place, we don't know.
Shape-shifting demons.
I mean,
Shape-shifting rune, is that what that's tricked us like
that
twice already?
could be Valentine
They
again.
got me
Yeah, Magnus could be Valentine.
Imagine it. I don't remember that.
You're right. I can't be here. I'm gonna look.
Well, Harry, since we see Magnus come into the wedding, talk about where his head is at. Is he there because of love? Is he there because he just wants to help this guy? What's his thinking?
Well, I mean, it depends on what theory you're going with. If you're going with Matt's theory, then there's a different background to it. Throughout the episode, that you're gonna see a little backstory of Magnus. You see him up front being, he's very flirtatious in that way, and you're wondering where does this come from. But I think in this next episode, you're gonna see kind of how many walls he's actually built, and this is a big deal for him to actually be flirtatious and actually take one step further than just seeing someone for their exterior.
I'm guessing in 400 years he hasn't broken up a wedding before.
Maybe. He's broken a lot of things, so we'll see what
Well, I have to say, I love the makeup and the hair and everything they do with Magnus. The glitter, of course.
Should we introduce more glitter for Magnus?
Wait, what? The sword
Gets everywhere? It gets everywhere.
Glitter whip?
Oh, my whip? Ooh, I don't know.
Well,
But
Harry, talk about your relationship with all that makeup and the hair and the time you have to spend to get.
It's a love and hate relationship, really. I mean, I love it, and then I hate it when I have to. I feel for people who have to wear makeup and take it off. Putting it on is like really fun, and then when you take it off, you're like, I just want to go to bed.
Yes.
But I do it
Every day.
But I do it incorrectly because it's supposed to be very gentle with it, and I'm just like, all right, it's all smudgy, and I just came out of the club.
Wait, how long do you spend every day in the trip?
2.5 hours.
So how many, over the course of filming, how many days of your life did you spend getting makeup?
It's
Very good point. Very good point.
I think that building more dance sequences for Magnus. Have you guys seen Harry dance? Does anybody know how Magnus? You know what? Not yet, but maybe if this panel goes somewhere, we're gonna make you solo and freestyle. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. You can do a whole episode on his just dancing with himself. I think he spends more time in the mirror dancing and than he does when
Well, here's the thing though, isn't Magnus kind of not a good dancer though? We can. I'm sorry, I'm being judged on Magnus right now. But I guess we can twist it up. Make it happen with this magic. I was thinking, what if you can float?
Season 2. Alberto, let's talk about Simon a little bit. I have to say, I love the moment in the last episode that aired where Simon finds out that they may be brother and sister, because his face just lit up. What can you tease? Will we see Simon kind of make a play for Claire, since as far as he knows, she may be available?
Well, I mean, Simon's goal is he's always making plays for Claire. I mean, that's kind of his MO. But no, we finally see Simon in a place where he's starting to get a little more confident. He's starting to kind of understand this world that now he's cemented in along with Clary and the rest of the game. And for the first time, there's no threat anymore. He's like, oh, I can swoop in. There's no one else here. This is what you
Alberto, would you say you really sunk your teeth into playing a vampire?
Very fun.
You could say, I mean,
You know, everybody was so interested in the Simon character is obviously very special to everybody, right? Alright, so how is Alberto doing with the Simon character through the first season?
I mean, it was a fun thing. I mean, us that have read the books, we know that transformation was so much fun. And it was something that all meant a lot for us, because it was when, as a reader, you discovered that you're no longer a part of the mundane world. Like, the last bit that you had to hang on to was gone. So to get to go through that was just an experience that was amazing. And then to have these guys to work with in that whole scene, you kind of felt like you came straight out of the books. It was amazing.
It's one of my favorite nights on set. Yeah.
Well, in Isaiah, we also saw Luke go through a big transformation over the season. I remember being on set before any of the episodes had aired, and he basically could not say anything about his character, who he was, nothing. But now, of course, we know a lot about Luke. Talk about just how different it is to play him, throughout the season, because as the layers were pulled back, we definitely saw there was a lot more to him.
Right, as the layers were pulled back, he got worse and worse as a detective and better as a werewolf. Yeah, I don't know. I really enjoyed playing Luke. I kind of like having that secret and not telling anybody what was going on. But it was fun while it lasted, but now that the cat's out of the bag, or the wolf's out of the bag. I know, I'm full of wolves now in this thing.
Now, assuming Jocelyn wakes up eventually, is Luke going to be kind of ready to kind of put up the romantic moves, maybe?
I think he's been ready for a while.
Hey Jim. Speaking of romance, is there a girl out there that would like to kiss Jace? Raise your hands.
Are you serious now?
Sarah, throw out their way.
A dog's face. Oh my god. They could be on the lips. How did that was her first kiss? He just took her first kiss.
Right there. Oh, the big sister's right there too.
Oh my god. No.
I have a question
question about that.
If a question comes, just do your best, okay?
Oh, jeez.
Welcome to the party.
Oh my God.
Okay, we're gonna keep going. Welcome to the
You've
table.
chosen well.
Let me ask some of the other cast members. Talk about how your characters did change from the pilot up until now. And how was it to make the line?
Look, we all know some of the things that change. Both in, I think, his understanding of the understanding of the world. She's this mundane, understanding
Sorry,
Yeah, I
can't
also
take it
think
seriously.
Izzy like matures throughout the season. But I'm confused. You guys like old Izzy or new Izzy?
Both. Both.
New Izzy? Old Izzy.
Nerd Izzy.
Nerd Izzy! Nerd Izzy.
Okay, let me hear from you on that because, of course, Clary went through so much from the pilot. She's in such a different place now. Talk about playing that.
Claire goes through so much in the pilot initially, but then throughout the entire season, there's so much growth that she has, and I think that's true for all of the characters. They all have a journey, and they all grow so much as beings. I can't say people, but as beings and as each of their positions in the shadow world. But I feel like Clary matures throughout the season and grows, and there's so much happening. And she experiences a lot. She falls in love with the person. She's so maybe she. And it'll be interesting to see that journey continue as she becomes a
Audience questions in just a second. I got a couple more questions for you guys. Eddie McGee, I'm putting you on the spot a little bit. Talk about just. I'm guessing the finale's gonna have a lot to do with Valentine and trying to take him down. Is that safe to say?
What's important to know when we cast Alan, I simply approached him and said, will you be my Valentine? He said yes.
No, we will not answer your question. It's a big finale. That's all I can say.
Most importantly, Ed, who do you kill in the finale? Which one of these doesn't make it to season 2?
None of them.
The audience members for everyone.
Really?
We're gonna Game of Thrones.
Not the Game of Thrones panel.
Well, I will just ask a yes or no question. Is it safe to say we'll get a nice juicy cliffhanger?
Yes.
I'm not trying to get any plot secrets out of you guys, but where are you in crafting season 2? Or are you scripts done?
We just got picked up.
We just got picked up for season 2, are you serious? And we're gonna go for it in season 2 and deliver more on what we learned and what we want to take even higher. And it's just so fun to be supported by Freeform and around the world with Netflix. And it's just very, very exciting with what we plan to do with season 2. And you know what? We promise no more injuries in prep when we have you work out with stuff sequences. But you might get injured nonetheless. Because he goes all the way, that's our dog, he goes there, and sometimes he hurts himself.
I also think I want to say this is kind of the first time we've had a big kind of social platform since the announcement of season 2, and I just want to put it out there that without you, there wasn't a season 2, there wasn't a season 1 there. Without the fans, without you supporting us and being fans of the show.
Seriously, we appreciate all the love and support. We have all poured our heart and soul into the show. And so thank you for coming on the journey with us and taking this leap of faith and enjoying a story that we all love.
Hey, Emeraude. How much Emeraude is in the Izzy character?
Oh my God, I mean, no, I don't know. I mean, I'm really close to my family, so I can relate to her with that, but she's a little bit more like confident. I love the fact that she's not afraid to be intelligent. I learned from her so much. I love the fact that she is, friends with Clary, and I think nowadays girls are a little confused of what's the right, good role model, and I think it's very important to stop bullying and to stop being mean to one another and to start empowering one another.
Such a refreshing relationship to see on screen, to have two powerful, strong, intelligent young women who are friends and who have a sisterly relationship and who are never once put in competition with each other or never once pitted against each other. And
it's time for girls to do that. It's time to empower one another.
over here. We're going to start in just a second. I do want to ask about social media, because you guys are all such pros at it, but I want to know who in the beginning kind of needed a little help with social media.
Matt.
Matt's on a whole other level with social media. Have you seen his like Instagram? It's in Twitter. It's very, very what's the word? Eclectic.
Very bad.
Very Daddario.
I would encourage everybody here to have a private conversation with Matt Daddario.
Yeah.
His worldview is fascinating, and he sees things like nobody else sees them. Sometimes interesting, sometimes batshit crazy. Daddario.
Yes. No.
I'll take it.
His nickname is the Godfather.
The Godfather. That's true.
All right, let's get some audience questions. I think there's somebody waiting right here. Tell us your name.
Hi, my name is Selena, and I was wondering if we're going to be seeing Sebastian anytime soon.
Sebastian will be in the series, but we need to maybe get picked up again.
Interesting.
All right, let's go with the next one. Nice outfit. There we go.
My name is Alexia, and my question is, were you guys surprised about Jason's father being Valentine?
I think some of us have read the book,
Yes.
so some of us saw it coming, but again, the way in which we do things in the show is always a little different from the books, which we hope to keep people guessing with.
All right, next.
I love your costume.
It's amazing.
I absolutely love it. You're the coolest person I've seen all day. Cheers.
That's after you looked in the mirror.
My name is Judy. I just wanted to know what kind of research did you guys do to kind of get ready for your roles, and how much of it did you actually kind of bring into it?
I think it varies for each of us. Obviously, the books are they're a good starting off point, but the way different cast members use the books is different. So, like, we based season 1 loosely on book 1. So, for me, it was important that I read book 1 at that point, but I didn't need. It would have confused me to read further on and to know where Jace goes and where he ends up and the choices he makes later on in life. So now we've got picked up. I'm starting to read number 2.
Alberto is the encyclopedia to everything, so we just grabbed
Yeah,
him.
Alberto, yeah.
For me, I had to read everything.
Right.
Alberto couldn't stop. Couldn't help.
Well, I mean, you guys have read them. They're really awesome, right? Like, you can't put them down.
Where's he going?
I think that's really wild.
I had to stop reading
Bathroom.
during shooting because I was starting to get confused between scripts and books and getting too caught up in what was happening next in the book and not necessarily looking at the script and all that much, so I needed to refocus and
Yeah, you start bringing in the little things of your life, because I mean, these characters are also really relatable as well, you know, to just, I know there's so many different types of species, but at the end of the day, you know, there's a lot of things relatable to the humans. But luckily also there's a Bane Chronicles, so that definitely helped. To see centuries and centuries of stories with this guy.
Back to one thing though, you said how much do we bring in? I think we always bring in our complete selves. And then we kind of mold into this person using everything, you know? For me, it was like finding the things that I was like Simon. I was like, oh, me and him get along, we get this. And the things that were different. Yeah, it's no different. But they all feed into creating a complete person. Because without adding yourself to it, you're only creating a two-dimensional character that no one will really feel for if you don't bring yourself into a role.
that's something also that made me really get into the books more, is after meeting all of these people and learning their mannerisms and hearing their voices and seeing how they inhabit these characters. It made reading the books even more special because I could see everyone in these roles, sort of bringing it to life in my head. And that's something that I think can go either way, whether you've read the books or whether you've seen the show or both, it all comes into one vision.
Were you guys nervous going into this just because the books have such a following? Talk about just that, because there's a lot of responsibility with it.
I mean, it's a double-edged sword. It's nice to have the support of the fans and the excitement for something that you're doing, but also you want to bring it to life in a way that satisfies everyone's vision, as well as you can bring a bit of yourself to it, as Alberto was saying. So it's finding that balance that's really important.
I'm nervous right now.
All right, next question.
You stole my question. Yeah. No, it's okay. I was wondering if
you could play a character that wasn't your own, what would you play?
Magnus.
Can we just? I know who I
Sebastian.
I would.
Yeah, let's just start with Isaiah.
And we'll go down. I would love to play Valentine.
Ooh.
Such a fun. Alan does such a great job at that. I would love to sink my teeth into that.
Harry.
It would suck, but it would be amazing to be a silent brother. Because you look at him and you're just running the other direction.
Alec Valentine or Izzy?
Oh, thank you. I don't know.
I just want to feel clothed.
Oh my god. Great. Me too, I want it. I didn't get it though. It depends. Like each day I feel like playing someone different. You know? Like a werewolf, vampire, Clary, Jace. My little brother too. I mean my big brother.
How about you, Kat?
I don't know. I think it would be fascinating to play a villain, so I'll say Sebastian.
Melion. I think we're all forgetting Melion.
That's true.
His powers
Oh,
and
yes.
his sexuality and his ears.
No, I've always wanted to play Magnus, just to have all that power and the glitter. Awesome.
McGee? Izzy?
I speak your favorite children.
Yeah.
I would play Alec so I could make love to myself.
Ed?
I would do Magnus. I like the magic, I really do. It really helps us in the writer's room too. And Rory?
I would probably try and play Sebastian.
Yes.
All right, next question.
Hi, my name is Latrice. I really love what you guys are doing with the books for the TV show. My question is for the producers. How much do you plan on pulling from the Clockwork Princess and the Bane Chronicles to give Magnus Bane more depth in the TV show?
That's for Ed, but there's some surprises brought in from Lady Midnight.
Yes.
We researched all the books, and if you'll notice, there's little details that we've already put in from those books that creep in there, some backstory, some that Camille had dated and stuff like that. So we're working it in. We absolutely are working it in. We love the books.
Harry, how much did you go into those books just so you would know more about the character?
Well, for Bane Chronicles, I mean, just the situations that he would get into, and also finding out, I remember when I first, at City of Bones, you don't really get to know Magnus much, and he's, I would say from an outside perspective, it's just one look that you see, one side of him that you see. So when you go into Bane Chronicles, you see the relationships and why he's heartbroken, why he doesn't put himself out there, and also the compassion that comes behind him, and the different characters. What I love is Camille and Ragnar kind of come into the story, and you might see them. You see Camille, you might see someone else kind of pop in to our series, but for me, it's truly important, because this guy is layered up. You got to peel the layers back.
I want to know who's the most like their character, not special abilities, but just personality-wise. Who's the most like their character?
Alberto.
Who's the most different from them?
I'm gonna go with Alberto.
Yeah.
I would say Alberto as well.
Yeah.
It's most like
I feel like I came into this having read like 3 books. So the minute I met Harry, I was immediately like, oh my gosh, you're so like, Dom was like me and Jason Christmas, and I and then in every other person that I met, there were so many pieces. There were so many pieces of every character within them, but they also brought that real humanity into it too. So it was like,
Listen to Actor Boy from New York. He's like actor guy coming out of theater school in New York. That's why we love you.
But the truth is, Simon would have read all the books.
Yeah.
That is Simon. So, yeah.
Who's the most different from their character, personality-wise?
Dario.
I think Harry.
That just shows that I'm the best actor.
Silence.
Next question.
What's your favorite thing about the person on your left's character and why?
Start down there. Luke, first of all, Isaiah, where did you just go? That was some drop the mic. That was amazing. Lit out thing.
Put on his jacket.
So, I mean, I got the easy question, because Magnus is amazing. I mean, just amazing. I like everything about Magnus. I kind of like his flares. I like when he says something kind of under his breath, but it's kind of weighted. Kind of like, what did you say to Alec when you're like, I like what I see?
Love about my character.
His bow and quiver.
Oh my god.
That's it.
Izzy, there's too much to choose from. I love how Izzy's got this kind of sass. It really causes a lot of problems for me. I enjoy that. I enjoy being the receiving end of that sass.
About Clary, that she's willing to do everything for the people that she loves.
It's all clear about that. Either way. Something that I love about Joseph's character is he has such passion for whatever he does, whether it's passion for the people that he loves or for doing what is right, and it feeds into every part of his life.
Sorry. Is that the
His dental routine.
You have to do Luke. I go Luke.
Yes.
I love the wisdom that Luke seems to have, especially with Simon. Simon and Luke have a very good relationship. You know, Simon's like his son. So to come to Isaiah and then have that like fatherly presence, but as well as like the understanding that you kind of have to figure it out yourself. Like Luke, Isaiah's very good at balancing that wisdom, but that you have to do it yourself. I'm not going to tell you the answers. I'm just going to give you the way.
It's not his abs.
I would go more with the biceps.
My favorite thing about Ed is Starbucks, we get free coffee because they think he's Dr. Evil.
And my favorite thing about Rory is that she had the courage to come up here and kiss Doc.
Hi, my name is Sierra. First of all, the audience member who kissed Jace, luckiest person in the world. Second of all, I just started the show not that long ago. It's really amazing. And for the character who plays Clary and for the writers, it's going to be like one of those long drawn out series where we won't find out what happened to her till the very end, like the last season. Are we going to find out a lot more as seasons go?
There's going to be a lot about Clary. You find out a lot of things about Clary. There's no big final secret about Clary. You find out stuff about her every day. Every time you tune in, there'll be more stuff to find out. She goes through a lot.
It's true. But that's something I love about all of these characters as well, is that there's so many layers to this world and all of the relationships in this world and how all of these characters sort of intertwine and each episode kind of strip back a layer and see
Again.
Okay, we have time for one more question and then show's it.
Look at Matt. He's like drunk.
Tim, I haven't seen. Okay, here's the scene. Magnus and Alec.
Get up. Even if it's only live.
Here's the scene. Magnus is here. Alec is here. Magnus and Alec are about to kiss. Kiss.
Okay, last question. Go ahead. Make it a good one.
So if each one of you guys were given the opportunity to mesh Shadowhunters with another show, what show would that be?
You wanted to mesh Shadowhunters with another show, what would it be?
Can we start on the other end?
Is there something like a Food Network show?
Great show, right?
Maybe Shadowhunters with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I always thought, I know McGee always used an analogy to
Game of Thrones.
So I think
Game of
taking that whole world.
This whole panel would be totally different characters.
Oh, it's easy for an executive producer to be Doctor Who. Because then we could do them all throughout time, especially the eternal characters. It'd be awesome.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, like I just.
Ed going old school.
I think it'd be interesting to see these characters in the world of Harry Potter. So
Yeah.
how they would sort. The sorting process.
Oh, what house? What house?
I watch like novelas, so. So.
I think Alec would do great on a novella.
Alec in the novela.
The smoldering look.
Those eyes.
Oh, God.
Maybe Friends.
Friends.
Our show with Friends, we'd all go down to the Central Park.
What would you choose?
Me?
Yes,
I
you.
told you already. I'd have them all cooking.
Oh. He cooks really good, by the way. The barbecues at his place are delicious. Meat, yummy.
Well, we do like what's that show called? Like Life, Planet Earth. Remember when you guys were doing the panda?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Alberto would be narrator.
Alberto would be the narrator.
Oh, that's cool.
We're all good. All right, you guys remember Tuesday, 9 o'clock, the Alec episode is airing on
Thank you, guys.
Thank you,
Jim. How about the team, everybody?
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Shadowhunters. Let's get a round of applause for all of our cast and creative team and our special guest moderator, Mr. Jim Holbrook. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have a brief 15-minute intermission. Our next panel coming up will be Containment.
Him and I like pretty much all the same shit. Code's fellow friends.
That was adorable. She was literally like You're the tears, and you're literally like, we're just gonna do it like whatever.